Hello, Internet! Welcome back to some more Bazzle Stadium Live. We are in Patreon week, using teams put forward to me by some of my patrons. Today, we are going to be using this very offensive team. It's a very offensive team. Now, I know teams like this have been successful, but it's right down my alley, I suppose, isn't it? In a way, in theory. There's no setup, I don't think, on the team. But it's just very fast, very offensive. Cinderace, in my opinion, has become the sort of almost the center point of the metagame. It's such an oppressive Pokemon. It can be almost any type, can't it? It's got pretty good coverage. It hits very hard with its ability. Matched with Redirection, matched with Tailwind, it is a massive threat. This team though has got quite a bit of speed control. Oh, I'm playing against someone in the 4,000s, and I'm back here in the 14,000s or whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of speed control. There's the Max Strikes from the Porygon. There's the Tailwind from the Whimsicott, and the Airstream from Cinderace as well too. Which in theory, hopefully, will help out this choice banded Dracovish, which should hit very hard. Now this guy has got a pretty interesting Pokemon that I like the look of. I've not tried since very early in the 2020 format, Holucha, which I'm assuming is going to be activated by an Ice Shard on his Lapras. That's the only thing that I can see. So maybe it'll be a Holucha Lapras lead. Who knows? But yeah, if it is, what do we even do there? Because we're just going to be slower than it, aren't we? So maybe I don't lead Porygon here. I think getting the Tailwind is pretty nice. I think leading with going with Togekiss is sort of boring as that seems. Togekiss, he's pretty good against Holucha, isn't it? So okay, let's go with Whimsicott and Togekiss here. I kind of want to bring Holucha, but not Holucha, Dracovish. But I'm gonna go with Indeedee actually, and let's go with yeah, okay, let's do this. In theory, hopefully, Togekiss will pave the way for the Porygon Z in the back. And a lot of people that use Porygon Z lead with it, with the Clefairy or whatever, and it is a very powerful Pokemon. It can literally just plow through teams by itself. But Porygon Z in the back is very threatening as well too, if we get it in the right position. Oh, silly Barry! Of course, it's just a grassy seed Holucha, isn't it? Here I am thinking weakness policy and everything. But point aside, at least it's not going to be super offensive. And little Togekiss here is in a pretty good spot, pretty good against both these Pokemon. So although I wasn't going to Dynamax the Togekiss, I am kind of tempted here. But let's see. I guess we should just go for a Tailwind. But is he going to Dynamax his Holucha? Would he do that? I'm just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. He could just fake out the Togekiss. If he fakes out the Whimsicott and doubles into it, we have got the Cobra Berry. So, we probably will survive a Brave Bird or something from the Holucha. I hope. Pretty sure this is Cobra Berry on the Whimsicott. If he goes for a fake out into the Togekiss, then we get a lot of damage off. Oh, his Swords Dancing. So he is now a threat. Okay. That is pretty threatening. Critical hits. Scope Lens. Yeah, there you go. Critical hit on both of them. I feel bad for my opponent because I don't I obviously hate playing against these Togekisses that just critical hit everything. But yeah, it is Scope Lens. It is Super Luck, this Togekiss. It is the cheesy one, and there you go. And that's the threat of Togekiss. I mean, he just set up in front of the Togekiss, with no respect for it. So what are you gonna get? So okay, let's Tailwind, and we have got the Indeedee. We have got the Porygon Z. We haven't got the best answers to this Duraludon in the back. So, what do we do here? Maybe we just chip him down. Another Dazzling Gleam will put the Rillaboom probably in range of An expanding force. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Tailwind Dazzling Gleam here because this Dazzling Gleam, should get a decent amount of damage on the Duraludon. If Whimsicott sticks around, it'll get a Moonblast into the Duraludon next turn. Don't really want to Dynamax the Togekiss here just because it's not that bulky and that is a Steel type. That Duraludon there. Some Pokemon you can't tell what the type is just by looking at the Duraludon. Well, you can definitely tell it's a Steel type. Maybe not a Dragon, but you can definitely tell it's a Steel type. It's a massive steel wedge of Dragon there. So yeah, Dazzling Gleam. Looks like another critical hit on the Rillaboom, but not on the Duraludon. Steel Spike. Yeah, both our Pokemon in the back are special attackers. Yeah, doesn't matter. And what's this Rillaboom going to do then? Knockoff? Like Horsepower? Woodhammer? U-turn. Okay. That is probably the best move it could have gone for there, because now it puts pressure on... I do get to see what he's got in the back before I put my Pokemon in, at least. But he does have... Oh, he's got his own Tailwind. But he does put pressure on my terrain, I guess, doesn't he? But now I think is the turn to bring Porygon Z in. And even though this Duraludon is a Steel type, it's not that bulky on the... I mean, it did not take that much from the Dazzling Gleam there. So, I mean, maybe it's Assault Vest. Maybe it's a pretty bulky Duraludon. Who knows? But, I've got the option of going for, like, a Helping Hand Max Strike into the Duraludon. Or I could, like, fish for a special attack drop with my own Moonblast into it. He could just Max Guard as well, to get his Tailwind up quite safely. How do we want to go about this? I think I'm going to go for the double into the Duraludon, but... yeah. Yeah, I'm going to Moonblast into it. I'm not going to Helping Hand, I'm going to Moonblast into it, because special attack drops will be fantastic. It is 30%, and the difference in damage between the Helping Hand Max Strike and the Moonblast and Max Strike is maybe, at a guess, going to be like 15% or so difference. So, like, it might not matter. And the drop chance is nice too. Okay, no Max Strike, no Max Guard rather. I believe this is, I think this is a timid Porygon, and there's the drop. There we go. That's what I was kind of fishing for, and it did do a decent amount of damage as well too, actually. And this strike is going to put their Whimsicott slower than our Whimsicott. Oh, look at that! And you call yourself a Steel type Duraludon? Porygon Z is a big boy there. And now I get terrain control. Now I've got my Indeedee in the back. He's down to his last two Pokemon, and so I can just swap Porygon into. Now, obviously, I'm going to swap the Whimsicott into Indeedee, and that stops his Grassy Glides having priority. Stops the boost on them, makes them just a little bit weak in general. But I mean, do I have to do that? I mean, I could just Moonblast the Rillaboom, to be honest, couldn't I? But no, just to be safe, just in case. I mean, we know it's not banded or anything, don't we? But yeah, we'll do this, I suppose, won't we? We'll just Max Strike into the Rillaboom, because it's not going to protect, but even if it does protect, the game's over. Porygon Z has done the business there. So yeah, like I was saying, people tend to lead with Porygon Z and everything. Porygon Z in the back, when you've kind of got past their lead, expecting the Porygon Z, did a lot of business there too. But I mean, I guess one of the things with this team is that I'm using is it's got so many offensive, oppressive Pokemon that the opponent kind of has to guess in a way what the lead is going to be, because you might lead differently if you think it's going to be a Cinderace lead, Cinderace and Togekiss, or if you think it's going to be Whimsicott and Porygon 2 or Porygon Z rather, or whatever. And I led with the Togekiss there, which worked out because he just went for a smile. He just went for a Swords Dance in the front of Togekiss. I mean, yeah, it was Grassy Seed boosted, not it wasn't Psychic Seed boosted or anything. There was no boosts to his special defense. Even without the critical hit, the Dazzling Gleam would have done a lot of damage. But I do concede it would have done a lot of work on my team there, the Holucia. So Togekiss, flipping the coin, we get the right call that turn. So he has got a couple of Trick Room setters here, potentially. It does look like quite a Trick Roomy team, doesn't it, this? But he hasn't got any terrain himself, so we can quite happily lead with Indeedee and Imprison. Which I think I'm going to have to do. But is he going to lead? Yeah, this is interesting. Like, he's got quite a slow team. So Porygon Z, I don't really need any boosts to go over. Dracovish, I don't really need any speed boosts to, max speed, thwomp him. But I'm going to go with the Porygon Z again. I think we will have the Cinderace here too. And yeah, let's go with Dracovish. So yeah, all 6 Pokemon getting some action in this video. Yeah. Like, I mean, his Comfey is base, 100 speed? So that's technically the only thing that can be, without Scarf, faster than my Porygon Z. So we've got the Imprison to stop Trick Room. And there is no Trick Room. Okay. We have got Max Lightning on this Porygon Z, though. So I'm expecting, like, a weakness policy boost here from my Giga Drain. And a Dynamax, or Gigantamax rather, from his Lapras 2. But how much do I have confidence in my Pokemon to do damage? So I'm definitely expanding here. And Porygon's definitely Dynamaxing here. But do I mean, I suppose if I go for a Darkness, put some -1. If I go for Max Lightning, then, I'm going to get the same boost next turn with the Electric Terrain, aren't I? But do I want to get rid of my Psychic Terrain? That is a very good question. I could just Max Strike into the Lapras. Or I could Max Strike into the... yeah, I'm going to Max Strike into the Lapras. I mean, I was thinking maybe I could max into the Comfey because, like, this is going to do like damage to the Lapras, but it's not going to knock it out, and he can just Floral Healing his Lapras next turn. So the question is this going to do enough damage to put it at range of another double up next turn with his extra, healing? Next turn, I do have the option. I wonder, Max Lightning, I'm sure, does more damage than Max Strike. You would think, wouldn't you? This Max Strike. I mean, this is powerful, isn't it? I mean, it's 150. I think. I'm pretty sure it's Hyper Beam, isn't it? So that's like 300 with the adaptability. Max Lightning. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, it should do more, shouldn't it? I mean, it's over 100 and it is super effective. So. But is it over? Ooh, is it over? I'll have to have a look at the power of Max Lightning. I mean, that was close. Maybe Max Lightning isn't as powerful as okay, as Max Strike. So, okay, nice that we've still got our terrain here. I imagine he's just going to go for another Floral Healing into his Lapras this next turn. But and he has got the Aurora Veil here, but we did do a lot of damage to his Lapras just there. He is at minus speed as well too, so this Expanding Force will be going first. Should knock out the Comfey there. And I'm just going to have a look at these... no, not switching. Just going to have a look at these moves. Yeah, Max Lightning. So that super effective is, 280, obviously. And Max Strike, with the adaptability, is 300, isn't it? So Max Strike, I'm learning here. Max Strike is actually more powerful. So, yeah, the combination of these attacks, yeah, fine. I mean, you're slow now, so... it's got priority on Giga Drain. But we've got Psychic Terrain. Yes, okay. I knew that. I didn't forget that at all. Yeah, expanding force doesn't actually knock it out. Okay. So yeah, it is a very good job in the in the in the first turn that I went for the max strike and kept my psychic terrain for the damage and also for the speed control as well too there, because with the psychic terrain it can't priority us, and with the max strike with the speed control there in lowering the speeds, he can't knock, he can't knock us out before we knock him out essentially. So yeah, there we go. Tri-Age there, working against him. I mean, maybe he's just going to go for a last-ditch floral healing here, but yeah, this Porygon 2 is doing too much damage. This Porygon Z, rather, is doing Z much damage. This is Z much damage in both these games. Yeah, he's gone for a double max guard. Yeah. He went for a... Does floral healing go through max guard? Did he just try and max guard on his own floral healing? Either way. I mean, okay, we're looking like we're in a decent position. Obviously, we are in a decent position, but Porygon Z has finished its Dynamax now, and indeed he is very low. But we know, yeah, like if he's got Porygon 2 and like something Trick Roomy, like I can go for an Imprison and stop him going for a Trick Room on this one turn, but then can I deny him Trick Rooming the next turn? That's a good question. I suppose if he knocks out the Indeedee, then I am no longer imprisoning, but I would get a free switch into the Cinderace, I guess, for a high jump kick. If he knocks out the Porygon Z, then I would maybe Hyper Beam this turn as well. If he knocks out the Porygon Z, then again I get a free switch into the Cinderace, and I'm still imprisoning. Yeah, if he doesn't knock out the Porygon Z, but also doesn't knock out the Indeedee, then I've still got the Imprison for the next turn. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking would come here. So this game isn't over. This game is not over. I have to Imprison here. Oh no, I can't stop him from Trick Room next turn, can I? Because if I do go for Imprison here, that doesn't stop him from clicking Trick Room right now. Ooh. This ain't good. This is not good. So maybe I Imprison and like try and Dark Pulse flinch his... Oh, or that happens. Try and Dark Pulse flinch his Marowak. I mean, if this guy's just disconnected on me, then, he could have won the game. I believe. Like, Dracovish is maybe a bit too much for him. But, yeah, I mean, I guess what I was going to do that turn is try and Imprison and go for the Dark Pulse there. But, yeah, okay, I mean, fair enough. Game over. And we won the game. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, let's just, since we're only at 18.5 minutes here, let's just take, one moment to try and think through what would have happened in the rest of that game. Because I was thinking, I'm okay because whatever happens, I can prevent the Trick Room. And then if he knocks out one of my Pokemon, I can prevent the Trick Room next turn as well, too, because I get the Cinderace coming in. But what I didn't realise is, on that turn, on that last turn there, if I'm clicking Imprison on that turn, that doesn't stop him from clicking Trick Room on that turn as well too, and then he can just knock out the Indeedee with the Marowak, which I'm pretty sure would survive a Dark Pulse, or maybe it wouldn't. I'm going to look that up actually. If a Dark Pulse does knock out the Marowak, then yeah, the game was over. We are Life Orb boosted as well, so yeah, I'm just going to check this, just out of curiosity. I'm learning here as well too. Porygon Z into Marowak. Yeah, let's just say it's 252. Let's say we've got the Life Orb, because we did. And let's say we're timid, because I'm pretty sure we are. Dark Pulse has a 19% chance to one-shot the Marowak, and a 20% chance to flinch it. So I think I was going for the right move there, although the odds were maybe in his favour to get Trick Room up there. But if he did get Trick Room, we did have the Dracovish in the back, and he didn't have any more Dynamaxes or anything like that, so I think we would have been okay. But it would have been a little bit strange, a little bit of a squeaky, little bit of a scary ending. Yeah, so going for the Imprison, he has to target the Indeedee. I'm Dark Pulsing into the Marowak. If it survives, if it doesn't flinch, then yes, he gets the Trick Room up by knocking out the Indeedee. Then what? I bring in the Dracovish, I suppose, and the Porygon 2 knocks out the Porygon Z, I guess, because I was on quite low there, and the Porygon goes for a Poltergeist into the Dracovish. So I'm not sure how much bulk this Dracovish has got in it. I think it's got a little bit of bulk in it. But let's just say he does Poltergeist, then okay, then if he's max attack, if there's no bulk in this Dracovish, then the Poltergeist has a 37% chance to knock out the Dracovish there. So actually, there were a few rolls, involved with the rest of that game. So yeah, that was going to be a very interesting finish to that battle there. But at the same time, if the Dark Pulse knocked out the Marowak, if I got a flinch on the Marowak, then I prevent the Trick Room there, and I'm pretty sure I just win the game. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know I've waffled on a little bit at the end there, analysing what could have happened. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I think the odds were in my favour to win that game, since it would have been a higher roll for his Poltergeist, assuming he had it, to knock out my Dracovish in 1, assuming I didn't have any bulk as well, which I might do. I think I do actually. And yeah, I still had flinch chances and Dark Pulse chances to knock out the Marowak anyway. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. We've got another episode coming up this week with another very interesting team submitted to me by one of my lovely patrons. So thank you very much for watching this, guys, and goodbye for now. I'll see you in the next video.